sugar pup. She's got the hiccups. But we actually just came back from Hobby Lobby and we wanted to get her some bubbles. So she's never seen bubbles before. So I got her, it's a little girl with brown hair and a pink bottle. And I think they had a sale going on, like 50% off if you shop at Hobby Lobby, you know. They always have these little summer sales. So you can screw this cat and see what she'll do. This is her first time. Ooh. What you doing? What you doing? Hey, Sugar Puff. What you doing? You wakey wakey? Are you wakey wakey? Yeah, you are. You big girl. You trying to get up? Are you trying to get up? You ready for Mama? 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 What are you doing? So this is kind of the start of our morning today. She actually slept in her bed. Usually every morning I actually put her in our bed, but today I found her sitting up, giggling, and I was nervous that she was going to actually fall off of the bed, so no more special treat of being in Mommy's and Daddy's bed in the morning. So that's what we're doing, but I'm heating up my lunch, preparing her food. I've started feeding her some pureed food, so I've actually really went down on feeding her milk, which is super helpful to me because I really don't have to spend that much time pumping or trying to worry about her food as much because she's taking in the pureed foods. So this one that I actually made is carrot, avocado, and what else was in there? I think apple. But I usually do always add avocado in there or banana, and bananas in here. But I like to add either the banana or avocado because it makes it really creamy and she really loves that texture. If I do like just a lot of apple without any kind of avocado, she kind of feels weird with her texture, like she'll spit it out. So I'm trying to make sure she eats her food. That's done. Yeah, but we're about to go outside and eat some food and enjoy our day. A little bit of updates. She did get a bottom tooth and we pierced her ears as you saw on the other vlog. It was pretty pitiful to watch. I really didn't know she was going to act that way or respond. So it was kind of, it made me nervous and I almost regretted the decision of piercing her ears. But I mean, she's been doing really well. I've been cleaning them and I haven't seen any problems. She looks super cute in them, but I definitely didn't want to see her in pain. But that, and then we actually yesterday had to lower her crib because we have just found her trying to get up into places. So now that she started to crawl, I think it was really later last week she started to crawl officially. And as soon as she started doing that, she's starting to get into stuff. She's trying to climb up furniture, of course hitting herself and then crying about it. So all day. It's just a learning experience of what's new, what's out there, what else can I discover in the house, and how many times I can bump my head or bump my hands. But that's part of the learning process. And actually now when you stand her up, she actually walks with assistance, and it's just kind of incredible to see her grow so quickly. And she's barely 7 months and 1 week, so just kind of, she's definitely picking up on a lot of things pretty quickly, but we're enjoying it. And I feel like over these past 2 weeks she's gotten taller. I've actually changed her on her changing table, the one that I've blogged about, that I recreated, that actually has a pull-out bed or a changing table that's actually for the TV. And I lifted her up. I really didn't expect her, I guess, to be that tall, and I accidentally bumped her on the top and she cried about it. But I was like, I really didn't realize how tall she is. And now, you know, before I didn't have to worry about lifting her up without hitting her, and now I have to like make sure that the bed or the changing table is completely out so that I don't hit her head. But it's definitely a learning process. Some things get easier and some things get a little bit harder because, you know, it's a new thing that you have to learn. And I have to really keep an eye on her now because she's crawling everywhere, and so getting into stuff. So everything must go higher. That's another thing you learn as they start growing up and start getting taller. Everything has to go higher. So I'm not gonna lie, this is my second cup of coffee. I'll make a full thing, and then whatever Ryan takes, and then I have in the morning. If I have some left over, usually like it's a full cup or half a cup. Ryan's thing is like twice as mine, so he technically gets 2 cups. But anybody else out there, I'm a little strange about it, but I like to heat up my cold coffee separate from my creamer. I know Ryan likes to pour his creamer at the bottom first, and then he likes to pour his coffee, and he gets the creamer out of the fridge. I have to heat up my creamer and my coffee because I actually like my coffee pretty hot. Kind of like hot water and hot teas, so I do 45 seconds for my coffee and then 15 seconds for my creamer. By the way, this creamer is the bomb. It doesn't have as many calories, and it's all natural, and it is coconut milk, which is good if you're trying to stay away from too much dairy, like too much milk products. I'm not sure if this is considered dairy products, but it's coconut milk. So it's a little bit lighter. It's non-GMO. The only thing is, I wish they would come out with a bigger bottle. By the way, I mean, I really love how my skin is glowing. I've actually done a review for you guys, and I'm excited to post it because it's something that I really wanted to get for a long time, but it was very pricey. So I'm finally gonna have it up for you guys, so make sure you guys watch it whenever it does go live. And this video is probably gonna go on before that one does, so we'll see. I'll just be on the lookout for it for my beauty review / tutorial. So driving to go get my nails done. Brian just got home. We ate dinner, and we're gonna go this weekend to Greenville, visit family. We haven't been for about a month and a half now. Kind of flies, but Ryan really had to travel a lot, so we couldn't do it. But oh, so you guys, just got my nails done. I went there because it was close to my house. It's called For You Nails. For You Nails. Oh, you guys, if I could show you the inspiration that I had and then the nails that I got, they're just not the same. I don't understand why every time I go to a salon, I don't get what I want or what I ask. Like, what is this nail doing? Like, it's supposed to be a gold strip. And he was like, oh, I can't do that, I don't have that. And I'm like, well, you should have told me, because I showed you the picture way before. So That was kind of frustrating. But I mean, it's whatever. I might go home and erase this nail right here and change it, but a cool story, you guys. I actually just went to to Publix, and it's right over here. Now, I've been to several Publix, and I know they have like higher prices because of their quality of the way they treat you, you know, and the employees offer to take you to your car, and you know, you're technically not supposed to tip them. And I actually went to another town and to just pick up a few things, and I was just searching grocery stores. I was actually trying to find Kroger, which is kind of like a buy low if you don't have Kroger in your city. Anyway, so I go there, and the Publix that I went to, the police officer is actually standing right at the entrance, and he's counting people's like groceries and making sure he's checking the receipts. And I was like, is this Publix? Like, I have never in my life have seen that. And I mean, it just speaks volumes about the community. Like, I guess people just mistreated, and they have a lot of shoplifting going on. And I mean, that's sad. That is very sad. And this is one thing that I told Ryan, you know, I came from another country, so I definitely understand, you know, living maybe not in the most finest of things and having the finest of things. Like, I told him ice cream was a luxury, a banana was like a rare thing, and it's not like we were in poverty. We had everything that we needed, but we just, I don't know, I guess maybe because you don't experience certain things like other people do, therefore you don't have a certain appreciation for when something is provided for you. And the way you show that an appreciation is by stealing and loitering and trashing up the place when it's not yours. And I'm not sure what people think, that it's not owned by a human, or I don't know. I don't know what people think when they do that kind of stuff. And then I had a person almost fight me in the Publix parking lot. And I'm like, I am so confused. This is supposed to be Publix. I think something about that I didn't stop soon enough while she was crossing the road. She actually found me in the parking lot while I was already in the car and made me roll down my, well, she didn't make me, because nobody can make me do anything. She was like trying to tell me something, so I rolled down my window because I had no problem talking to her. But I know those kind of people, and if I would have been defensive, she would have started like getting out of her car, and I was like, I'm not that kind of a person. And I was like, honey, I'm sorry. You know, sometimes, you know, I didn't tell her that sometimes my brakes actually, you kind of have to press them a little bit harder, because sometimes they don't catch on as fast, even when the car goes very like slow. And she's like, you could have hit me, and I'm like, honey, I didn't hit you, I slowed down, I saw you, but I'm like, I'm sorry, you know, Leslie. And so she kind of softened up, and whatever. But anyway, there was another lady that was sitting there, and she just looked depressed. She looked like she was on drugs. Her clothes were kind of torn, and her nails were very dirty. I mean, I could see it from just passing her by, and I was actually going into Publix, so I thought that I'd get her some water and some snacks. And so I came up to her, you know, I was like, are you okay? Do you need me to call anybody? And she was just sitting there smoking, and she's like, I'm fine. And she just looked away. She didn't even want to look me in the face. And I felt really bad for her, but I mean, I left all that stuff in there, but it was just confusing. Okay, I have no idea who's doing this, but this is ridiculous. And it's kind of ticking me off, because I found a cigarette butt in our yard, and now I am finding a can, and it's a Budweiser can, and it's on my property, and that's kind of making me nervous. Why is a can of Budweiser on my property? I feel like I need to call the police and tell them that they really need to scout this neighborhood or something, because like last time before I was cutting grass, I found a cigarette butt, and I thought it was probably from all the heavy rain. Somehow it shifted to our yard, so I didn't think much about it. But now I'm seeing this can, And I'm like, who would do that? I mean, why would you trash my yard? It's like, people, seriously? I actually, for those of you wondering, I salvaged my little finger. I went to get my nails done, and this is the reason, one of the reasons I don't get my nails done very often, because I do this, I clean, I do yard work, and sometimes it's just not practical for me to have them. But I mean, I don't know, sometimes I get in a mood and I'll get them done once in a while, so oh well, you know. The shape is not that bad. I mean, he didn't do a bad job on that. It was just not exactly what I was looking for, but that's pretty much it. But if you guys enjoyed seeing our videos, seeing our vlogs, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.